Then it's time for the starting lineups. First for the Nepean Wildcats. At forward, number 24, Maggie Houston. At forward, number 8, Malaya McFarland. At forward, number 19, Ewan Gardner. On defense, number 77, Kate Dial. On defense, number 9, Bella Donaldson. And in goal, number 28, Dominic Ryu. And the rest of the Nepean Wildcats. And now, the starting lineup for your Burlington Barracudas, led by head coach Kevin Greco. At forward, number 81, Addie Butler. At forward, number 17, Kaylee Tiller. At forward, number 7, Haley Thompson. On defense, number 16, Addison Lee. On defense, number 2, Chelsea Tiller. And your starting goaltender, number 31, Ryan Manna. And the rest of your Burlington Barracudas. Now fans, would you please rise if you are able and remove your hats and caps for the playing of our actual anthem.
Welcome to Burlington. We are here at the Mainway Arena in Burlington, Ontario, where the Nepean Wildcats are visiting the Burlington Barracudas. Wildcats wearing white with black and red trim, Barracudas in navy blue with white and orange trim. In nets tonight for the Wildcats, Dominic Ryu, the only goaltender on this trip for the Wildcats this weekend. A couple other changes in the lineup. Same lineup as yesterday, but Jordan Mulvihill out of the lineup, as well as Sydney Samiga. Mikhail Cameron called up from U15, playing forward this weekend for the Wildcats. Face off won by Burlington. Lee with the puck. Ahead to Thompson. Mullen blocks out with a skate. Lee takes a shot from center ice. Dom Ryu turns it away. Viel picks it up for the Wildcats. Houston ships it forward. Loose puck. McMullen can't quite get it. Lee now works it over to Kaylee Tiller. Lee back to Chelsea Tiller. D long shot gloved by Dom Ryu. Puck comes out of the Nepean zone. Jaylee McKinnon rushing after it. Lee picks it up for Burlington. Tiller skates away with it. Through center and into the Wildcat zone. Backhands it towards the net. Donaldson's there to deflect that pass away. Burlington maintains possession though. Chelsea Tiller over to Kaylee Tiller. Now over to Lee. Her shot from the ringette line, right on. Ryu there to make the save, no rebound. Bella Donaldson takes her face off. Now gets it to Longo. Longo sends it across ice, off the boards. Hollingsworth going after it for the Wildcats. Nope. I didn't even see that. He didn't get a penalty there, so early power play for Burlington. Burlington with the puck now along the boards. Shot. Save made by Ryu. Burlington collects the rebound. Loose puck picked up by the winger. Long shot right into the body. Ryu there again to make the save. Burlington wins the faceoff. Quick shot goes wide. Jones picks up the puck for Nepean, tries to get it out. Stopped up by Wildcats. That's up by Burlington. Along the blue line now. Burlington shot hits a body in front. Rebound comes out. Ryu does a paddle save, and she covers it up. Mullen comes away with that face-off, gets it over to Donaldson. Morgan Donaldson sends it ahead towards Houston. It's right on net. Played away. Houston, though, in first. Battling for the puck. Malay McMullen picks it up. And penalty is over. Back to even strength. Another shot right on target. No rebound from Dom Ryu. Loose puck on the face-off. Knocked free by Morgan Donaldson. Rio Francis goes after it. Sends it over to Hollingsworth. She had Bray cutting through the middle. She tripped on the way. Longo now dumps it in deep and chases after it. Burlington coming back the other way. Try to get it out. Kept in by Hollingsworth and sent back behind the Burlington net. Bray goes after it for the Wildcats. Bray cycles it back along the boards. Longo now chasing for it as Burlington gets it out along the boards. But good back check by Hollingsworth to get the puck back. Her pass goes off Bray's skate, picked up by Longo, backhanded back to Bray. Bray takes a long shot, gloved down by Mana, the goaltender for the Burlington Barracudas. 16:37 to go in this opening period. Burlington controls the face-off. Skate it out. Bella Donaldson picks off the pass, gets it to McKinnon. She skates it in for the Wildcats. McKinnon in the corner, now behind the net. Works it back out towards VL. Puck gets past her along the wall. VL goes back after it in her own zone. VL behind her own net. Tries to drop it off. Burlington gets a piece of it, and they can't keep it in the zone, though. Enough to get back onside. Couple quick passes for Burlington. They'll just get it in deep and go for a change. Bella Donaldson now for the Wildcats. Rims it around the boards all the way to McKinnon. She tries to deflect it to the middle. That's picked off by the Barracudas. They're in tight now. Save made by Dom Ryu. Tracked that very well. Battling along the boards. Houston and McMullen for the Wildcats. BL comes away with it. Over to Donaldson. Donaldson flips it out of the zone. Barracudas try to settle it down. Now pass up to Cruzel into the zone. Shot. Save made by Ryu again. Puck cleared out of harm's way as Houston picks up the loose puck. She gets past the D. She's in tight. Shot. Right on to Mana. She covers up the rebound. Face off won by Nepean. Gardner over to Gibbs. Gibbs sends it in the corner. Houston's there. She tries to work it towards Malaya McMullen. Can't get all of it. And Burlington now comes away with it. Cutting to the middle. Gibbs stops up that forward. Loose puck picked up by Biasi. She gets it out to the blue line. And chip it back behind the net. Gibbs there with McMullen to help. Loose puck knocked away by Houston. McMullen now picks it up, flips it ahead to Houston off the boards. Houston plays it off the glass, but it's gloved down by Burlington D, and they'll come right back into the zone. Gibbs goes after that one, flips it forward, gets out of the zone, but Burlington will maintain possession once again. Chelsea Tiller goes after it for Burlington. Long pass up ahead, out of reach for her forward, taken by Bray. Bray to Morgan Donaldson. Morgan Donaldson cross ice, pass gets knocked down. And Burlington sends it right back in. Ryu will cover that up for a face-off. To her left. Face-off won by the Wildcats. Morgan Donaldson with it. Skates it out from behind her net. Flips it out of the zone. Into the feet of Lee. Lee tries to move it forward. Morgan Donaldson gets it back. She backhands it over to Rio Francis. Francis now chases after it in the corner. Puck comes loose behind the net. Longo's there to pick it up. Morgan Donaldson now shielding the puck. Behind the net, helped out by Longo and Francis. Francis works it free to Hollingsworth. She ships it ahead. Longo picks it up. Longo flips it forward. Ends up on the stick of Bray. She's got a one-on-one here. Bray on her forehand. Circles up, waits for help. Backhands it towards the net. He got through a couple players, covered up by Mana for a face-off in the Burlington zone. Face-off won by Nepean. Cameron sends it along the boards. Picked off by Burlington, but taken back by Cameron. Cycles it towards McKinnon, who wasn't expecting it. Loose puck, though, chased after by O'Connor. O'Connor goes after it again in the corner now. Burlington gets a pass through the middle, and they skate out with it. 2-on-2 here. That pass goes off Biel's skate into the corner. Behind the net, Burlington working it. Drop pass along the boards. Now below the goal line. Played by O'Connor. Donaldson covering that player. Shot goes wide. Bella Donaldson now backhands it out. Cameron able to move it forward. McKinnon chases after it. Gets past the D. Picks up the puck behind the net. Works it over to Houston. Houston has some time. Tries to get a pass through. Deflects off a leg. Goes into the corner. Burlington now come back the other way. McMullen steals the puck away on the back check. Sends it in deep behind the net. Houston in on the forecheck. Burlington tries to clear it out. Jones can't keep it in. Flips it forward. Burlington picks it right back up. And from the ringette line, Ryu had to get a piece of that. Jones picks up the rebound, works it forward to Houston. Houston now skates it out through the middle into the Burlington zone. Has it knocked away. She sends it along the boards. McMullen goes after it. Francis now one-times it back into the Burlington zone. Brave intercepts that pass with her skates. Her shot sails high over the net. Burlington gets it out now. 2-on-1 here. Tiller. She's got Thompson. Tiller's shot goes over the net, off the glass. Bray tries to play it out on the board. She finally gets a hold of it, flips it forward. Hollingsworth now battling against Chelsea Tiller. That puck ends up deflecting into the Wildcat zone. Francis picks it up. Her pass, a little too tough for Longo to handle. Picked up by Lee now. Lee back over to Tiller. Tiller long pass ahead. stopped by Francis. Tiller for Burlington. Back to Lee. Lee across to Kaylee Tiller. He flips it in and goes for a change. Morgan Donaldson now with the puck along the boards. Backhands it behind the net over to Rio Francis. Ahead to Hollingsworth. She takes a look, tries to get a pass through to Cameron. It hits a Burlington leg and now covered up by Mana in the Burlington zone. 10:31 to go in this opening period. Loose puck taken by Burlington. They work it out. Cruzel now skates it into the Nepean zone. Stopped up by VL. She shifts it forward. Just had to reach a Cameron, get out of the zone. Burlington has to get back on side. Cruzel now makes a move and brings it in. Has her stick lifted. McKinnon knocks it loose. Now VL grabs a hold of it. She flips it out towards McKinnon. Picked up by Burlington though, and they come back the other way. VL over to Bella Donaldson. Donaldson back to VL. VL now gets it to McKinnon. McMullen tries a one-time touch pass. McKinnon wasn't ready for it. Now Jones over to Donaldson. Donaldson. That pass goes through McMullen's feet. Icing waved off though. Gardner on the forecheck. McMullen knocks that puck loose. Gibbs gets her pass over to Jones. One touch passes it over to McMullen. McMullen tried to drop it to Houston. McMullen now picks up the loose puck. Wildcats offside here though. They'll have to check back up as Burlington will break out with lots of space. Gibbs now over to Jones. Back to Gibbs. Gibbs sends it off the boards now out of the zone. Lee with the puck now plays over to Tiller. Tiller ahead to the winger. Tried to touch pass to the middle. Picked up by Bray. Morgan Donaldson sends the puck out of harm's way. That long shot goes wide. Kaylee Tiller with the puck now. D-to-D pass for Burlington now down to Kaylee Tiller. On the goal line, sends one right through the crease, and that ends up deflecting wide. Jones picks it up, tries to get it to Bray. Goes off of Burlington's skate and ends up deep. No icing. Burlington getting the puck, a long pass out of their zone. And skated in tight. Francis knocks that shot away wide. Francis and Longo battling in the corner. Along the boards, Hollingsworth gets a piece of it. She just gets it out of the zone. Picked up by Burlington and sent right back in. Ryu stops it up behind her net. Francis gonna go for a skate with it from out behind her net. Backhands it ahead to Cameron. Cameron trying to get it on her feet. Taken away by Burlington. Alpaca sends it into the corner. Bella Donaldson now with the puck along the boards. Long pass. That's going to probably be icing. Just over 7.5 minutes left in this opening period. Refs are talking about whether that should have been icing or not. Face off to the right of Reed. Loose puck taken back by Burlington. Yell knocks the puck out of the crease. Hunter now. Her pass deflected away. Intended for McKinnon. McKinnon no chasing after it along the boards. McKinnon stops out, tries to backhand it towards the net. It's deflected right on the goalie, but she's ready to make the save. Cover up the rebound. Face off one by Burlington. Chelsea Tiller flips it out of the zone. Bounces past Bella Donaldson. Pete Biel goes in after it. Biel plays it along the boards. Donaldson there. Tries to move it forward. And Donaldson gets it back. She skates it out of the zone. Gets across center and sends it deep behind the Burlington net. Stopped up by Mana. Chelsea Tiller now works along the board. Hits the referee's skate. She'll go after it and on the opposite corner. And we've got a whistle here. A unsportsmanlike penalty. Somebody must have said something to the referee. So it's 6:42. Nepean's going to get their first power play. As Chelsea Tiller goes to the box for an unsportsmanlike penalty. Probably not happy that her clearing attempt hit the referee's skates, but happens often enough. Houston now battling along the boards. Helped out by Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth sends it along the boards, kept in by Jones. Jones down to McMullen. McMullen skates in tight. Her shot hits the net, mesh behind the net. Behind the glass, I think, but no, I guess they're going to continue to play. Maybe the refs didn't see that. Burlington able to clear it down the ice. Jones picks it up behind her net. She's got Biel to her right, Houston to her left. Jones skates out to her left, ahead to Houston. Houston now plays it off the boards in deep. Mena knocks it away. Hollingsworth picks it up. Hollingsworth pass stopped by Burlington. Jones picks it up, saucers it over to Houston, now to Viel. Viel's long shot on target, but no rebound. Minute 15 to go in the power play. Burlington winning the face-off back to their corner, but Longo comes away with it. Longo from her corner now. Drops over to O'Connor. O'Connor centers it towards Longo. Can't quite get the shot off. Now O'Connor battling for it with Longo and McKinnon. Puck comes out, picked up by Longo. She gives it to Morgan Donaldson, to her sister Bella. Back to Morgan. Back to Bella. Cross to McKinnon. McKinnon sends it towards the net. Kicked away by Mana. Morgan Donaldson tries to cycle it. Oh! O'Connor gets hauled down, going after it. She gets puck back though. Over to Morgan Donaldson. She makes a move, shot. Doesn't get all the way to the net. And Barracuda is able to clear it out. 20 seconds now left in the power play. Bella Donaldson with the puck behind the net. Waiting for her teammates to change. 10 seconds to go in the power play now. She got Bray to her right. She gives it to Houston. Houston skates through, kicks it back to herself. Gets it in deep. Burlington able to hold on to the puck and get it out of the zone. Back to even strength now. Rio Francis to Houston. Houston brings it into the zone. Burlington able to get it out. Being offside as Burlington comes back to their way. Lee with the puck now. She'll chip it in deep behind the net. Picked up by Francis. Francis gets it ahead to Bray. Bray just gets it out of the zone. Well, kept in by Burlington. Now it's out. McMullen picks it up. McMullen circles. Her pass picked off by Thompson, who gets it to Tiller. Tiller sends it in deep, goes for a change. Rio Francis goes after that puck in the corner. Plays it off the boards to Gibbs. Gibbs' pass hit O'Connor. Knocked away by the Barracudas. Kalpakis keeps it in. Francis goes after it behind the net. Francis just flips it out towards Gardner. Gardner picks it up. He's got a one-on-one here. Has it knocked away. Burlington comes the other way now. Hollingsworth knocks that puck loose. Burlington brings it into the zone. Kriege gets past Viel. Shot maybe blocked by Jones. Now on the boards, Gardner will pick it up. Gardner, her pass, deflected away. Now Jones gets it ahead to Longo. Bounces off her stick. And Burlington tries to get it out. They do. Cruzo with it now. Waiting for teammates. She just sends it in deep. VL will pick it up for the Wildcats. VL backhands it towards Jones. Can't quite hang on to it. Burlington just sends it right back in deep. VL now backhands it over to Jones. Jones moves it back towards VL. VL ahead. Cameron can't quite get up all of it, but Burlington offside, giving Jones lots of time now. She'll skate out with it. Get it over center and send it in deep. Stopped up by Manna behind the net. Burlington now trying to get it out. Picked up by McMullen. McMullen now behind the net, using the referee as a bit of a screen. Backhands it towards the middle. Almost hit Houston. Picked off by Burlington. The goal the other way. Gardner now chasing after it. Oh, and they'll call icing on that. .209 to go in this opening period. Still no score. Face off one by Burlington. Clearing attempt stopped up by Houston, but then now taken out by Burlington. Noah Donaldson gets a piece of that pass. Burlington now collects the loose puck behind the net. Houston deflects that pass out of play. A minute 53 to go. Face off won by Barracudas. Lee gets it crossed by ice to Thompson. She centers it to Tiller. Backhand right on net. Stopped by Ryu. Face off one by Nepean. Gibbs sends it high off the glass. It doesn't go very far though. Picked up by McMullen. She'll skate it out of the zone. Her pass handled by Houston off her skate. Makes a move at the blue line. Drops it back towards Francis. Sure shot. Hits the skate on the way. Doesn't get to the net. Burlington now trying to clear it out. And they'll pick it up. Skate it out and into the Nepean zone. Loose puck now. Backhanded away by Gibbs. Francis will pick that up. Flip it towards McMullen. McMullen now. Got some space, makes a move towards the middle, takes a shot, just misses wide. Cameron on the forecheck, try to get that puck, but Burlington able to come out the other way. Puck sent towards the net, picked up by VL. She hits Cameron through the middle. Cameron, her whiffs on the pass, McKinnon there to pick it up though. Cameron gets it back, drops it to O'Connor. O'Connor's shot hits the body on the way to the net. Jones sends it behind the net from the boards. McKinnon there. Pick it up. Bailey McKinnon drops it off to O'Connor. Burlington, though, comes away with it. O'Connor on the back check, knocks it loose. And Burlington coming back the other way once again. Burlington sends it behind the net. Picked up by Bray. She works it ahead. Along the boards is picked off by Burlington. O'Connor ahead to Bray. She'll skate it out of the zone. Cross center. Just get it deep while her teammates go for a change. 5 seconds to go. This will probably do it for the period. Scoreless after one. We'll be back in about 12 minutes after the flood for period number 2. All right, second period about to get underway here. No score after 20 minutes here at the Mainway Arena. Burlington with the face-off. Chelsea Tiller plays over to Lee. Lee, her pass knocked away by Houston. Butler sends it in deep. Ryu stops up behind the net. Picked up by Barracudas, loose puck still. McMullen now comes away with it. Flips it over towards Donaldson. Scary moment there for the Wildcats. Gardner now picks up the puck. She sends it ahead. Houston beat out the icing. Picks up the puck, tries to backhand it, gets deflected away by the Barracudas. Kept in by Gardner. Now Houston with it. Along the boards, has it knocked away. Burlington coming back the other way now. Jones with the puck for the Wildcats now. Knocks it forward. Houston gets it. Houston plays it up along the boards. Burlington picks it up. Chased by O'Connor. They try to clear it out. Gibbs pinches in. Gets a piece of it. Now Houston picks it up. Her shot blocked. Burlington tries to clear it. It hits a referee. Now it comes out of the zone. Gibbs tries to play it forward. Jones knocking it away now. Burlington gets the puck back. Kept in at the blue line. Long shot goes wide. Reedy keeps it in. Krugel. And Cameron knocks it out of the zone. Burlington has to get back on side. O'Connor gets a piece of that puck out over to Cameron. Cameron in tight. Her shot turned away by Mana. O'Connor tries to center it. Burlington picks off that pass. McKinnon now along the boards. Has it knocked away. Morgan Donaldson with the puck. Gets it over to center and flips it in deep. Wildcats change the forwards. Bray in on the forecheck now with Hollingsworth. Longo gets the puck over to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth in tight. Her shot. Save made. Sends it. Another shot. Turned away by Mana. Burlington coming back the other way now. Morgan Donaldson on D. It's knocked down. Burlington cycling it along the boards. Longo pressuring in tight. Now in behind the net. Burlington gets it back up to the blue line. Long shot along the ice. Doesn't get through. Another long shot. Blocked by Longo and comes out of the zone. Morgan Donaldson picking up the puck. Skating it out. She's got room. Gets it over center. Sends it along the boards where McMullen will go after it. McMullen battles along the boards. Tries to knock it loose. Played out the puck. Gardner goes into the boards. Gets back up though and almost deflects the puck in front of the net. McMullen comes out of the zone. Wildcats get back on side. McMullen gets some space. Cuts through the middle. Gets it over to Houston. Houston now spinning towards the boards. Works it down the corner to McMullen. She gets hauled around. No call. Gardner tries to play it along the boards. Biel pinches in, sends it wide. Puck comes back out now. Butler to Tiller. Tiller drops it off. For her sister, shot goes wide. Oh no, not her sister, right? There's her sister pinching it in. Tiller along the boards now. Haley. Now Chelsea skating down. Sends it in front in the crease. Loose puck. Whistle down. Go. Oh, a little shove there after the whistle. Nothing called. Face off coming to the left of Dom Ryu here. Face off won by Wildcats. Gibbs sends it high off the glass. Trying to get to McKinnon. Barracudas pick it up. Long pass to Biasi. Stopped up by Ryu. Wildcats not very happy with the Barracuda player skating in hard at the goalie. O'Connor up the dot for the Wildcats. Wildcats, winning the face-off. Cameron plays it to Gibbs. Gibbs back to Cameron. Cameron chases after it. Stopped up by Barracudas. Now flipped forward by McKinnon. Cameron picks up her stick though, while the Barracudas recover the puck and get it out of the zone. Gibbs now, flipping it out. Picked up by O'Connor. O'Connor tries to drop it back. McKinnon, no one there. As the Barracudas get rid of it, Jones picks it up though. He sends it back towards Morgan Donaldson. Sends along the boards to Cameron. Loose puck now, taken by O'Connor. Sent forward towards McKinnon. She'll go for a change with the rest of the Wildcats. Burlington comes back the other way. Morgan Donaldson tries to clear it out. Kept in by the Barracudas. There's that shot blocked by Bray. Picked up by Kaylee Tiller behind the net. Tiller circles through the middle. Down on the outside, tries to center it. Puck blocked by Wildcats, now covered up by Ryu. McMullen at the dot for the Wildcats. Faceoff comes back, picked up by Burlington though. Shot on net, stopped by Ryu, still loose. Now covered up by Ryu. Oh no! Rebound. Able to get knocked through. Burlington scores the first goal of this game. Looks like Kaylee Tiller gonna get credit for it. Wildcats arguing that there should have been a whistle. But I don't think they're going to be successful in that debate. One nothing Barracudas. 14:10 to go in the second period. Defense by Donaldson. Well, this game is about to get chippy unless the referees do something about it. Referees letting a lot go so far. Jones picked up the puck behind her net. Skates it up to the middle. Still got it. Ahead to Cameron, hits her in the skates. Now it comes into the end zone. Cameron grabs the puck off the boards. Gets it to McKinnon and goes through her feet though. She's a good chance there for the Wildcats. Barracudas get it out of the zone. Ryu covers that puck. 13:26 to go. Face-off won by Nepean. Jones sends it off the boards, trying to get it to McKinnon. The tie up between McKinnon and Delahunt here. McKinnon gets a stick on it. Gibbs now up ahead. McKinnon comes up with it. Falls down, gets the puck out towards Bray. Now Longo battles for it. McKinnon flips it back into the zone. Bray on the forecheck. Bray along the boards. One-timer to Longo. Save made by Mana. Hollingsworth on the forecheck now. The puck comes along the boards. Morgan Donaldson in on the pinch, picks it up. Trying to work it towards Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth back to Donaldson. Burlington coming out the other way. Donaldson though, keeping it in the zone. Longo along the boards to Hollingsworth. Her pass just misses Bray. Wildcats have to get back onside as Francis sends it in deep. Bray on the forecheck now behind the net. Burlington just sending it deep along the ice. That'll be icing. As Yell goes back to touch it up. count 16-12 so far in favor of the Barracudas. Off the face-off, Gardner with a shot on net, covered up by Mana. Good chance there for the Wildcats. Yelling Gardner, unable to beat Mana in tight. Good face-off win by McMullen, though, to get the puck and the pass. Burlington controlling this face-off. Try to clear it out. Yell stops it, but taken away by Burlington. Now over to Kaylee Tiller. She sends a shot on the ice, stopped by Ryu, and then Burlington player now sliding right into the goalie. We've got interference called against the Wildcats, I think. APL going back to the box for the Wildcats. So it'll be another power play for Burlington here. Face-off one by Burlington, lead over to Tiller. One-timer attempt, fanned on and hits the glass behind the net. Burlington controls the rebound though. Kaylee Tiller along the boards, gets it over to Chelsea Tiller. Her shot from the ringette line, saved by Ryu. No rebound. Puck coming out of the zone. Good defense by McKinnon there. Burlington trying to regroup within their own zone. Connor on the forecheck. Helped by McKinnon. We get that pass over to Kaylee Tiller. She'll skate it into the zone. Centers it. Shot blocked by Gibbs. Jones plays the puck in the corner. Gets it knocked away. Gloves it back down to herself. Now Burlington comes away with it. Centering fast. McKinnon ties up that shot. Couple one-timer now. Loose puck in front of the crease. Covered up by Ryu. Good one-timer attempt by Burlington there. Couple tic-tac-toe passes. But Ryu very sharp to get across and make the save. 1:03 to go in the power play. Houston battles for the puck. Now with McMullen, picked up by Frigge. Her shot. Rebound comes out, cleared away by Nepean. Now Houston skates it out. She's got some room. Gets into the zone. Now pinning it against the boards, trying to kill some time. Helped out by McMullen. Burlington now with the puck behind their own net. Skating it out. Long pass out ahead. Francis stops it, sends it back down the other way. McMullen on the forecheck. Burlington. Second the puck, long pass out. Hits a player. Bruzo with it now. Gets it into the zone. Drop pass, knocked away by Longo. That shot sent towards net, still loose. Puck came off, the net came off the moorings. 6 seconds left in the power play. Puck taken by Jones, sent out of the zone. And that'll do it for the power play. VL comes out of the box. Skates to the bench, replaced by Bray at forward. Donaldson over to Jones. Jones buys some time. Now gets it ahead to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth over center, sends it towards the net. And it's just going to be covered up for a face-off in the Burlington zone. try to clear it out. And they do. Come back the other way now. Tiller behind the net with it. Drops it off to Lee. Lee's shot goes wide. Thompson with it now. Tries to center it. Picked up by Bray. Skated out of the zone over the center. She'll chip it forward. We'll go after it behind the net. Longo now off on the boards. Cycles it towards McKinnon. Burlington now breaking out of their zone. Butler goes after it. The puck sent in behind the net. Gibbs goes after it for Nepean. Loose puck. Longo now trying to get it. She sends it towards the blue line, kept in by Burlington. They send it behind the net. Jones picks it up. Jones knocks it forward. Gets it back herself. Skates it out of the zone. Over past center. And through past the blue line. Into the corner. Burlington coming back the other way now. Balancing puck. Goes along the boards. Burlington trying to play out to the blue lines. Sending towards the net now, in tight. Russo with the shot. Glove save made by Reed. Face off one by Nepean. Biel tries to get it to Houston. Played by Burlington. Donaldson deflects that pass. Now Hartke coming in. Played by Biel. Biel gets it over to Bella Donaldson. Stops up behind her net. Gets it back towards Biel. Bounces over her stick. Along the boards. Burlington keeps it in. McMullen now behind the net. Plays along the boards towards Houston. She just flips it out of the zone. Burlington sends it back in deep. Bella Donaldson going after it in the corner. Plays it over to Biel behind the net. Biel up ahead to Houston. Loses control of it, and Burlington sends it back in deep. Donaldson now. Back towards Biel. Biel gets it to McMullen. She drops it over to Houston. Houston across the blue line. Backhands it towards the net, stopped up by Burlington. McMullen now gets it back up to the blue line. Taken by Morgan Donaldson. Plays it towards Hollingsworth. Mullen battles for it. Puck bounces. Kept in by Francis. Picked up by Bray. And into the corner it goes. Longo now going after it along the boards for the Wildcats. Burlington long pass through the middle. That's going to be icing. 6:32 to go. Still 1-0 for the Barracudas. Face off to the right of the Burlington goaltender. Shot by Bray. It's deflected on the way to the net. Longo battles for it in the corner. Bray now cycling it over to Hollingsworth behind the net. Hollingsworth back the other way. Picked up by Longo. Kept in by Donaldson, but now cleared away by Burlington. And that's going to be icing as well. So, Barracudas have to keep their current players on the ice for another face-off. Longo wins the face-off, plays it back to Gibbs. Gibbs shoots it towards the net. Loose puck still in front. Hollingsworth tries to jam it in. Longo came in for the rebound. Now Burlington controls it. He tries to get it out, and they do. Gibbs, though, sends it back the other way. Hollingsworth picks it up. Oh, she gets leveled at the blue line. Longo sends it towards the net. Loose puck still in front. Bray tries to get a hold of it and can't. No call. As Burlington comes back the other way. Jones blocks that pass. Now picks up the puck behind the net. Burlington works it out towards the blue line. They'll send it behind the net. Gibbs going after it. Now Burlington with the puck. Ruzo, her shot deflects off the stick and into the mesh behind the net. Donaldson takes control of the face-off. It's over to Viel. Viel ahead. Just out of reach of Cameron, but McKinnon's there to pick it up. Now O'Connor knocks it into the corner and chases after it. O'Connor tries to center it. Can't quite get all of it. Burlington comes the other way. Now picked off by McKinnon. McKinnon from the ringette line gets in tight. Scores! Jaylee McKinnon breaks the ice for the Wildcats. Goes blocker side. Tie this game up at 1. Jaylee McKinnon, I think, unassisted. Now picking the puck off again. Gets in tight on her backhand. Pad save made by Mana. Rebound picked up by Cameron. Tries to get it back to McKinnon. Taken by Burlington. Kept in by McKinnon now again. She sends it over to Cameron. Cameron tries to get it to McMullen. McMullen tries to make a move. Has it knocked away. Donaldson there at the blue line. Sends it on net. Covered up by Mana. Face-off won by Nepean. McMullen in the corner. She gets pinned and the loose puck picked up by Burlington. They'll come back the other way. Out of the blue line. Chelsea Tiller takes a shot towards the net. Kicked away by Jones. Now along the boards. Jones knocks it forward. Houston gets a piece of it. Centering pass now. Goes off the boards. Picked up by Butler. Butler back to Tiller. Tiller's shot stopped up by Ryu. Rebound knocked away by McMullen. Tiller now cross ice for a one-timer. Pad save made by Ryu. Rebound cleared away by Jones. Houston battling forward along the boards. Barracudas send it back in behind the net. Picked up by Gibbs. She sends it long ahead to Gardner. Gardner moves it forward. Picked up by Houston. Houston makes a move. Has it knocked away though, while her teammates go for a change. BL stops up that play. Gardner gets it towards Bray. She gets a piece of it, but Burlington recovers it. Burlington sends it out. Now Catalano. To the ringette line. Her shot. Glove down by Ryu. But the rebound knocked in by the Barracudas, and it's 2-1. Francis over to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth to Bray. Her shot blocked. Goes into the corner. Hollingsworth now battles for it. Taken out by Burlington. Francis sends it forward. Bray picks up the loose puck. Has it knocked away. Longo now with it. She'll send it in behind the net. Bray picks up that loose puck. Burlington able to clear out of the zone. Picked up by Francis. Across to Morgan Donaldson. She'll send it along the boards behind the net. Longo goes in after it. Burlington flipping it out. Francis picking it up. Her backhand pass picked off by Catalano. Now loose puck picked up by Cameron. Now gathered back by Burlington. Morgan Donaldson picking off that puck and sending it in deep. McKinnon in on the forecheck. Burlington gets it along the boards. Kept in though by Cameron. Gets past Jones. Morgan Donaldson goes after it. Sends it over towards Jones. Jones skates back behind her net. Looking ahead. Gets past one player. Cross center. Into the zone. Her shot on Mana. No rebound. It's off one by Nepean. Houston plays it over towards Gibbs. She sends it on net. Puck comes off the net. Off the moorings. Off that shot. Puck 31 to go in the second period. Burlington up 2-1. Face off one by Barracudas. Centering pass gets to Tiller. Houston knocks that puck free. Gibbs chases after it. Gibbs skates behind her net. Ships it forward and gets it out of the zone. Picked back up by Burlington now. Now Jones with it. Tries to move it forward. Gets it out of the zone. McMullen gets it ahead over to Houston. Houston drops off to Gibbs. Gibbs' shot deflects into the mesh behind the net. 59 seconds to go in the second period. Face off controlled by the Barracudas. Now skate out of his own, chip it forward now. Donaldson goes after it, and that'll be icing. Dell tries to get to Houston. Now McMullen along the boards, gets pinned. Loose puck picked up by Burlington. Well skated out of the zone now. Friggy sends it in deep. Ryu stops it up behind the net, picked up by VL. She sends it forward towards McMullen. She makes a move, gets free, chips it ahead to Gardner. It bounces over her stick though. Burlington sends it back the other way. Bell Donaldson now. There's center ice. Battle on the boards here. 12 seconds to go. Donaldson comes away with it. VL now. 5 seconds, tries to get to McMullen. Has it knocked away. 3 seconds to go. And that'll do it for the second period. Burlington leads 2-1 after 2. We'll be back for the third in about 12 minutes after the flood. All right, welcome back to the Mainway Arena here, third period. Wildcats with a 1-goal deficit to overcome. 20 minutes to go in regulation. Malay McMullen picks up that puck, sends it ahead towards Gardner, bounces over her stick, and Burlington sends it back the other way. That will be icing, I think. Face off in the Barracuda zone. Won by Wildcats. McMullen along the boards. Trying to break free. Whoa, gets cross-checked into the boards. No call. Not much being called here today. Puck comes out. Gardner picks it up. Sent in deep by Barracudas. Ryu stops it up. Picked up by VL. VL now. Out to Houston. She tries a one-time pass. Connor wasn't ready for it. Connor blocked that shot. Back into the Burlington zone. Burlington comes back the other way. Jones chases after it in the corner now. Loses control of it. Burlington sends it up along the boards out towards the blue line. We're back along the boards. Picked up by O'Connor. She backhands it. Picks it up herself. Tries to center it. Knocked away by Burlington. Jones goes after it for the Wildcats. She plays it up along the boards to McKinnon. McKinnon tops up. Now got some space. She skates it forward into the zone. Takes a drop off. Takes a shot. Gets deflected wide. Cameron along the boards. Tried to cycle it. Picked up by Burlington. Brigi in tight. Has that puck deflected high over the net. Rebound controlled by Burlington. Cameron picked off that pass. Just sent it deep. It'll be icing. Dot for Wildcats face off. One by Nepean. One-timer pass from Lee. Rebound. Two saves made by Ryu. Off of number 7. Thompson for Burlington. Face off one again by Burlington. Puck knocked away by Morgan Donaldson. Burlington sends it in behind the net. Picked up by Thompson. Thompson knocks it away. Longo gets stripped into the corner. Nothing called once again. Hollingsworth now gets it to Bray through the middle. Bray's shot gets blocked. She'll go after it in the corner. Bray tries to get it to Hollingsworth. Stopped up by Burlington. They'll skate the other way. Burlington sends it in deep. Bouncing puck stopped up by Ryu. BL picks it up, backhands it to Hollingsworth. Third one-timer pass. Gets picked off, but she gets it back. Now gets it to McMullen. McMullen hits the BL, cutting through the middle. Burlington tries to get it out, kept in by Gardner. Gardner behind the net. Drops it off for McMullen. She cycles it back towards Houston. Houston now skates it up along the boards. Cuts to the middle. Houston shot. Rebound comes out. Puck still loose. Now whistle down. Although it wasn't covered up by the goalie, I don't think, but the referee's called it dead. 16:50 to go in the third period. McMullen at the dot for the Wildcats. Stays on the dot, gets knocked away by Burlington, and now taken by Burlington. Try to get it out of the zone, and they do. Along the boards, that shot deflected into the net off of Bella Donaldson's stick. Cherry bomb here if the Wildcats can win the face-off. McKinnon now picks up the loose puck. Gets it over to center and sends it in deep. Connor goes after it along the corner. Tries to work it up to Gibbs. Gibbs keeps it in at the blue line. McKinnon battles for it along the boards. Centers it. Gets out of the reach of O'Connor. Cameron now along the boards. Puck bounces over Jones' stick. She'll chase after it in the corner. Burlington now skating towards the middle. Puck knocked away towards the boards, picked up by Cameron. Cameron plays it behind the net towards Jones. It bounces over her stick. She gets it and flips it out of the zone. Now taken by Lee. Well, a couple Wildcats change. Briggy tries to send it in deep. Jones picks it up in her own zone now. Long pass. Touched by Longo. And taken back by Burlington. Centering pass in front. Save made by Ryu. As Gibbs clears the next shot out. Tiller now from the ringette line. Her shot goes wide. Thompson with it. Sends it back towards the blue line. Kept in by Tiller. Gibbs now picks it up. Gets it to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth in with Bray. Tries to get to Bray. Now Burlington sending it length of the ice. That will be icing. Off controlled by the Barracudas. Long pass through the middle of the Butler. She'll get it across center and send it in deep. Morgan Donaldson goes back for it for Wildcats. Skated out from her net, out of the zone. Ships it forward towards Gardner. Burlington now trying to get rid of it. Kept in by Donaldson. Again, Donaldson at the blue line. Ships it in behind the net. Gardner goes after it for the Wildcats. Up along the boards. Now kept in by Francis. Her shot's blocked, and Burlington comes the other way, one-on-one. Morgan Donaldson there to defend. Loose puck now knocked away by Francis. And gets knocked towards the net. Dom Ryu there to cover it up. Donaldson controls the face-off. Her pass hits O'Connor in the back of the leg. Now Biel sends it forward towards McKinnon. McKinnon backhands it to O'Connor. That's through the middle. Has the puck knocked loose, picked up by McKinnon. Her shot goes wide. Burlington now coming the other way. McKinnon, though, keeps it in. McKinnon drops it off to Bella Donaldson. Donaldson sends it towards the net, deflected by O'Connor just over the net. Connor keeps it in as Cameron forecheck. Burlington able to settle it down now. As Longo puts the pressure on forecheck. Jones knocks that puck away, but Wildcats offside. Now Burlington trying to regroup in their own zone. The puck kept in at the blue line by Jones. She flips it back into the corner where Hollingsworth will go after it. Now Longo. Burlington plays up along the boards, and they'll get out of the zone here. Jones now behind the net for Nepean. Changes directions. Long pass now to Hollingsworth. She gets a stick on it. Icing waved off. Bray goes after it behind the net. Burlington skating the other way now. Hollingsworth got a piece of that pass. It bounces over Gibbs' stick. She'll try and play it behind the net over to Morgan Donaldson. Morgan gets it back. Now tries to get it through to Houston. Can't quite handle it as Burlington regains possession. Burlington gains his own. Butler tries to center it. Held up by Morgan Donaldson. Tiller over to Lee now. Lee's shot. Saved by Ryu. Puck up in the air. Finally covered up. Or maybe play blown dead with the net off the moorings, I think. No. Ryu got a piece of that and it popped up in the air. Landed somewhere near the crease. Face off one by Nepean. Rio Francis behind her net. Head to Houston. Houston now. Long cross pass to Donaldson. She gets a piece of it. Gets out head to Gardner. Mullen tried to make a play on it, got a piece of it. Donaldson couldn't corral the puck to get a shot off. Houston picks it up now. Skates it to the Burlington zone. Chases after it in the corner. McMullen along the boards. Chelsea Tiller plays it over to Lee. Well, we've got a penalty coming up now. Maggie Houston down on the ground. Kaylee Tiller goes to the box. This should be 4 minutes at least, I think, not maybe 5. Referee calling, Elliot calling. Head coach on for 5 minutes. We got a 4-minute head contact. For one of the all-time leaders in penalty minutes, Kaylee Tiller, a very talented player, but also spends a lot of time in the box. So, hopefully, Wildcats able to take advantage of this. Trey spins along the boards. It's up to Yell shot high off the glass. Jones takes a shot, gets blocked on the way to the net. McMullen now along the boards. Tries to get to Hollingsworth. Skates towards the middle. Drops it back to Viel. Viel down to Jones. Jones can't handle it. Burlington able to send it the length of the ice. Ryu picks it up and sends it to Viel. Viel, long pass off the board. Gets it, tries to get to Hollingsworth. Burlington knocks the puck loose and sends it back down the length of the ice. Jones with it behind her net now. Got Bray to her left. Viel to her right. Jones skates it ahead, cross center, and into the Burlington zone. Jones stops in the corner now. Back out to Viel. Back to Jones. Jones is cross ice, reflects off a stick to Hollingsworth. She's knocked it down with her glove. Tried to get it to Viel. Now back in the zone. Connor. Her shot. Save made by Burlington. Rebound controlled by Burlington. And they will clear it out of the zone. Bella Donaldson knocks it down. Gets it to O'Connor. Connor into the Burlington zone now. Along the boards, tries to get it to Longo. Longo with it. Cuts towards the net. Stops up, plays it down to O'Connor. Connor to McKinnon. McKinnon to Longo. Longo centers it, gets through. Donaldson to Donaldson. Morgan's shot deflects wide. And then that kept in by Bella Donaldson, picked up by Longo. She'll skate to the right. Her shot blocked by Burlington. Now in the corner, Longo battles for it again. Loose puck comes out in the front. Tiller backhands it, or no, somebody left out of the zone. They go for a change. Now it's 5-on-3. McMullen is taken down. No call. Oh, we got a call. We got a tripping call coming up here. So, we got a 5-on-3 here after the tripping call for 1:33. Wildcats can't control the face-off. Burlington able to send it the length of the ice.
2 minutes for tripping.
Biel behind her net. Skate out, played ahead to Houston. Houston now cross center and into the Burlington zone. Drops it back to McMullen. McMullen over to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth plays it back to Jones. Jones over to Viel. Viel back to Jones. Jones from the blue line. Shoots it. It goes wide. Houston picks up the rebound behind the net. Plays it over to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth. Fans on it. Gets it back though. In the corner. Hollingsworth out to Viel. Viel to Hollingsworth. Her shot goes wide. McMullen goes after it. Burlington able to pick it up and send it the length of the ice. 35 seconds left in the 5-on-3. 1 minute now left in the second power play. Penalty. Viel ahead to Houston. Houston cuts to the middle. Houston into the zone, leaves it for McMullen. McMullen to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth tries to get it across McMullen. She shoots. It goes wide. Jones now picks it up along the boards. Cuts towards the middle. Over to VL. VL back to Jones. Jones shot on target. Gets sent into the corner. Jones now picks up at the blue line. Works it back to Hollingsworth along the boards. We're 5-on-4 now. Now Jones from the ringette line. Takes a shot. Blocker save. Into the corner. Hollingsworth picks it up. Cycles it back to McMullen behind the net. McMullen out. One-timer to VL. I think that hit the post or the side of the net. Burlington clears the puck out now. 8 seconds to go in the final power play here. Morgan Donaldson with the puck now. We're back to even strength. 7:15 left in this period. Connor battles for it. Gets it ahead towards McKinnon. Can't grab the puck out. Now Bray picks up it. Fast in tight. Her shot save made by Manna. Controlled by Burlington. Chelsea Tiller ahead to Kaylee Tiller. Tiller now into the zone. Takes a shot, misses wide. Along the boards. Burlington sends it back in. Bella Donaldson goes after it. Sends it to Morgan Donaldson. Donaldson back to over to Longo. Longo now. Skates through the middle. Takes a long shot. Blocker save made by Manna. Hollingsworth now in the corner. Rims it around the boards. Rio Francis pinches in, going after it. Burlington able to clear it out. Thompson now. One-on-one with Gibbs back to defend. Her shot off the toe drag goes wide. Picked up by Burlington though. Along the boards. Now cycled behind the net. Gibbs will pick it up. Gibbs over to Hollingsworth. To Longo. Tries to get it to Bray. She tries to play it off her back skate. Can't hang on to it. Burlington just sends it back in deep. Gibbs cross ice to Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth now has it knocked away. To go back for it. Under 6 minutes to go now in the third period. Hollingsworth ahead to McMullen. She ships it forward. Ships it forward again. Cameron on the forecheck. Burlington sending it along the boards. Gardner keeps it in. Cameron battles for it along the boards. McMullen picks it up behind the net. Puck gets knocked away. McMullen still battles for it. Now up to the blue line. Jones sends a shot wide to the net. Picked up by Gardner. Gardner now in tight. Tries to get it across to McMullen. Gets deflected away. Jones now plays it down to Cameron. Cameron, her pass to Jones out of reach. Wildcats have to get back on side. Just over 5 minutes to go now. VL now picks up the puck. Kicks it ahead. Played back behind the net by Burlington. Cruzel pinned by Jones. VL now pinning Burlington player. So Cruzel tries to play it. McMullen, Jones, and VL now. VL trying to come away with it. She hits it forward towards Gardner. Soft shot gets all the way to the net. Save made by Ryu. Rebound cleared out by Jones. Now VL picks it up along the boards. VL ahead to Houston. Houston skates it across center. She'll flip it in deep. And go after it herself while Wildcats change up some players. Houston now with the puck at center. Over to McKinnon. McKinnon drops it back to Houston. Houston plays it forward. McKinnon goes after it. Burlington sending it deep. Thompson's going to get there first for the Burlington. Bella Donaldson gets there and breaks up that play. So Wildcats cleared out of the zone. Lee with it now for Burlington. Plays it ahead to Biasi. Puck comes out of the zone, but Burlington quickly sends it back in deep. Bella Donaldson flips it forward. Bray tries to control it. Gets knocked away from her. Burlington comes in now, long shot, goes wide. Along the boards, they'll send it back behind the net. Connor playing it. Moving it forward along the boards towards Bray. Bray tries to chip it ahead. Stopped up by Burlington. Sent back into the corner. O'Donnelson ahead to Longo. Can't quite handle the pass. She gets it in deep. She slides into the boards. Burlington from behind their net. Just looking to kill time now. Get it out of the zone. Picked up by Gibbs. Gibbs sends it back to the word. Picked up by Cruz over Burlington. Longo sends it in deep. 2:48 to go now. Hollingsworth goes after it. Burlington sends it high off the glass and out of the way. Oh, face off to the left of the Burlington goalie. 2:43 to go in this third period. Face off controlled by Burlington. Tiller gets it out of the zone. Picked up by Francis. Francis gets it across center and sends it back in behind the Burlington zone. McKinnon in after it. Houston tries to stop it up along the boards. Burlington though comes away. Thompson now skates it out. And she gets past Gibbs, gets in tight. Towards the net. That shot was just wide. Francis now picks it up. Gibbs with it now. Gibbs over to Houston. Houston tries to get the VL just out of her reach. She knocks it forward and goes after it along the boards. Cameron there to help out. Puck now. Flip deep by Burlington. It's going to go wide. That'll be icing. 1:46 to go. Wildcats calling timeout here. 1:46 to go. Wildcats going with the extra skater now. 1:46 to go. So empty net. Mullen looks like she's going to take the face off for the Wildcats. Mullen wins it to McKinnon. McKinnon back to Viel. Viel sends it along the boards towards McKinnon. Comes out to Jones. Jones works it over to Houston. Houston makes a move, cuts towards the middle, drops it back to McMullen. McMullen cuts towards the middle, takes a shot, it gets blocked. Burlington gets it out of the zone, but it's picked up by Jones. Jones now gets over to McKinnon as Hollingsworth gets back on side. Now along the boards, McMullen with Hollingsworth and McKinnon, helped out now by Houston. Houston now plays it along the boards. Burlington trying to clear it out, and they send it the length of the ice. That'll be icing with 1:01 to go. Burlington calling timeout. Throw the face off, trying to clear it out. Kept in by McKinnon. McMullen tries to center it. Taken by Burlington. Jones keeps it in. Now the loose puck taken away by Burlington. Still in. McMullen now along the boards. Gets it to McKinnon. Has it knocked away. McMullen now. McKinnon plays it over to Jones. Jones over to VL. VL down to Houston. Houston spins at the boards. Over to McMullen. McMullen to Jones from the ringette line. She skates in to the right. Takes a shot. It hits a body. 19 seconds to go. VL picks up the loose puck. It's knocked down the ice by Burlington. Icing waved off. Long pass from Jones gets knocked away by Burlington. And that'll do it for the game. Burlington wins 2-1. Game 2 of this 3-game road trip. Wildcats back at it tomorrow afternoon, 3:15. They'll take on the Brampton Canadettes. Be sure to check out the action here on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and like this video. We will see you tomorrow. Oh, yeah, she was standing down.
She is.
But I want to buy some.